Alright, let's do the monster train. It's been a while since I've done this. I don't think I've ever recorded it. I don't know why. I just been in a mood for making more videos, because why not? These aren't like super duper well planned. We'll just see what happens. But what I'm trying to do is. I've got wins with every clan, and I've beaten Covenant 25 a few times, but I'm trying to get Covenant 25 with every clan pair, and you get a separate little crown depending on whether you use the original champion or the Exile champion. And I want to do both of everything. I kind of want to play Awoken because I was watching another stream recently, and apparently they reworked uh, this. There's this perk called Cultivating. It used to be the name of one of the versions of the Vine Mother, or not Vine Mother. The champion is named something else. What is she called? The Sentient. Okay, one of the uh, yeah, this one was completely reworked, and then this keyword cultivate used to not exist, but now that's a modifier that exists on units. I don't know which patch this was, but I think it was relatively recently. I think people were kind of dissatisfied because the way this worked is it used to only uh, when you healed an Awoken Hollow, it used to always just buff itself, but now it buffs the friendly unit with the lowest health value, which is totally new, which means it interacts very well with these glass cannon units. I don't know if that's the only. I actually want to do just a little bit of research before I go crazy with this, because it's nice to be able to buff these. I mean, you can always slap a health upgrade if you're desperate, but this seems like Woken Hollow with one of those two seems really powerful. Even with the Hermit, it's also, yeah, suddenly very self-sufficient there. But that's uh, so I guess that's it. You either get it from the champion or you get it from an Awoken Hollow, which you see these fairly often, but there's no guarantee. So I'm still going to try to be flexible, but I'm going to keep that in mind. You don't know what units you're going to get right away, so this for a lot of builds, this rework. I must have only ever taken one rank of this in all of my runs up until now because it used to not work the same way. I think it just drew cards and it didn't have this extra feature, which is like actually pretty powerful looking. So this is really flexible. It's a very unselfish play. Looks like well, let's look at the rank ones. Looks like at rank 1, it's the one that has the most health. At rank 2, it also has the most health. Yeah, it used to be that this was just a nice way to get a big chunk of health, but then you draw some cards, and if it dies, you don't really care. But now it's a very unselfish thing that has strong synergies. It looks pretty cool. So I think I'm definitely gonna play just to decide now before, because you don't, this logbook, I'm gonna have to close it in a minute. So I'm gonna want to play, maybe just play, kick it old school, because I know that yeah, I'm a fan of Stygian as well, but I've already achieved that. I don't know. They're all pretty cool. It's just the way your brain has to work is a little bit different. I don't know. Hellhorn is not really my favorite, but let's just do green and red. But green and red, I could do either, but I think I just said that I was gonna do the classic style uh, as opposed to the exile. I mean, the exile is nice and fun. It's a really nice addition to the game, but uh, the original gangsters are all pretty respectable here. So not the Exile, but this one. And what do I want? Do I want imps or do I want... Well, imps are... I don't like imps anymore because if you use the cultivating perk, you might accidentally buff... You might have no choice but to buff the imp when you... What you really wanted to do was buff your actual primary carries. So I'm doing full old school, no exiles this run. There might be a way to... It just takes some situational awareness that I don't see a huge payoff for it. Like you can front load some damage and maybe you cultivate on a floor that's different from the one where you're tossing all the imps out. Something like that. I'm not saying it's actually bad, but I'm a little bit wary of it. I would have to run the experiment. I don't want to. I think you can snipe the back line. This is just a really it's not that exciting, but it is pretty useful. It just seems to make a lot of sense. I think red, you have some attacking units, so if I get like cultivating sentient, that it could be a pretty fun way to play it. What spells? What starter spells are they giving me? So they're giving me this. So that works pretty. That works pretty well with the hollow units because they start out at below maximum health. But then if I get a hollow unit, that kind of makes me not want to be the sentient because the sentient wants to soak up those heals. I mean, later in the game, you just take a ton of damage, and finding a place to spend this spell is not really an issue. So let's not worry too much about that. So you get armor, and then yeah, ensnare's a nice little utility. Sometimes it just saves you bits and pieces of pyre health here and there. It's pretty nice, but you still need to... The problem is if you build up a backlog, if you couldn't kill it the first time, maybe you just keep building up a backlog and then you get overwhelmed. So you still have to have a plan eventually. But some stuff that scales really well, like thorns, if the snared unit is harming itself because you have like spikes, then this does manage to actually self-scale up and actually help you win stuff. It's always a question, what order do you do these in? Because which one you pick here could affect which one you pick there. I feel like, well, you will be offered 2 out of 3 possibilities, so usually you have some usually you don't have to worry too much about not being able to get the champ variant that you're hoping for. Maybe go for a backup plan. Okay, let's play this one first, and then... Okay, who's the final boss? Okay, this is the one that saps your strength. That should be okay. That shouldn't be too bad. So that one's for... there's one Seraph that causes you to consume the first spell each turn. It's not who we're facing here. There are some pretty good consumables in the Awoken setup. Winged Indulgence is kind of alright. It adds up. I mean, it's not something that you should laugh off. It adds up. It's probably stronger early, which is kind of cool. I don't have any of those yet. I mean, I will eventually probably, but it's just, what am I struggling with? Am I struggling with defense or offense? Which one do I need more of? What's going to be a problem? I feel like I'm going to have a lot of options for both. So let's just pick the one that always does something. It doesn't depend on what I may or may not find later. They're nothing. Just I wanted to get the cultivating, but it didn't happen. So now the question is, the good thing about this one is that it's just a flat bonus, and you can just put it on the top floor and it'll clear stuff out, or just whatever. Or you put it on the bottom floor to get rid of the back line. And why the reason that's good is that if you have a hollow and you want to throw all your regeneration on that unit, then there's no conflict if you don't if the sentient is not using it. Uh, hmm. I don't know. I think I like the spikes here. I don't know. It's not that impressive. You can get bigger numbers with other units. I'm just sad that I didn't get to do the build I wanted to try. Uh, I mean, backliners are going to be a problem uh, if I take this one, because maybe you don't chew through the front line fast enough. I'll take it anyway. If I do get cultivating, it can sit. I can heal it from the back line, and it'll still be doing useful things if I have to, or whatever. Extra attack. Can I? Kind of like this. This is not Spike, so she doesn't have to be on the front line. She can be in the back, and she can still kill things. I can just the train stewards can do all the trump blocking. Those poor trumps. I mean, they're there to block and then get purged from your deck. I mean, that's kind of their lot in life. All right, so how do I do this? Let's. You have 1 health, so let's start with a torch. You can't kill you 1 turn. It would take 2 turns. Do I aggressively do it from the bottom, or do I? One thing I like doing is, well, on higher covenants, starting with what is it, 10? Yeah, the top floor. You're dazed if you enter the top floor. So if I want to be absolutely certain that I can kill the loot cherub, I want to have a unit who's not dazed on the top floor, something like that. Maybe it doesn't really matter. Maybe that was kind of silly. Oh, I did want to draw 1 next turn, but I kind of screwed it up. Because if I do that now, then he's going to be it's going to be a super duper front line. So I'll just not get the benefit. That was silly, but whatever. And there's the cherub. Well, I have torches. I probably it's pretty unlikely that he would have to be in this right here, and I would have to not have any torches in my hand. So there's only one of those 2 things happen. So they're pretty good odds I was going to get that. So what are we doing here? I guess I put the steward in the back because I'm probably gonna be able to heal. And whatever, that's not going to do anything, but either way. That one's not dying yet, but it will. Oh yeah, I like these stacks. These stacks are good. One more regeneration stack, or let's. That's 8 health that I save. I think that's what I want to do. Let's see. I should probably go a bit faster. There's not really any serious danger. I'm going to lose, like, my pyre is going to lose 5. It's not really a problem though. Next turn you can block for whatever I put behind you. Um, yeah, two of these spells don't do anything right now. So it's probably the ones that actually do something somewhat. Well, now this is going to do nothing. Uh, oh, I could have kept that front train steward alive for one more turn. Probably doesn't matter too much. Oh, looks like it matters. It's kind of sad. Oh, how many times is he going to hit my pyre? Twice? That's not super great. I probably played this wrong. Spikes might have been stronger in that last round, but that's okay. Really, do I just take another one of these and hope that I get a hollow? It's like a whole bunch of these could be pretty decent if I get the right units, but I don't know about that. I'm probably thinking about this way too hard. This is kind of good with spell power, if you manage to find any. How do I win? I don't really need another fortify. Do I? I mean, is that? This imp is kind of okay. I'm not really convinced that it's winning anything right now. This you can cast it on an empty floor, and uh, and yeah, it's a pretty big deal. But sometimes you just don't have energy, or all your floors are full. So I find this one kind of scary. I mean, worst case, it's a dead card. Best case, it maybe really saves your butt. Awoken Hollow is nice. Shattered Shell is also nice. If I had a cultivating sentient, then I would take this because that's a nice synergy. You want to get this guy to get nice and big. Um, I might take this anyway. I don't know. I've got like what, two copies of the Restoration Detonation. It just kind of makes me want to do this one. I kind of want both. I just I don't know. That was hard. Yeah, I guess it's. Oops, mouse wheel. Sometimes you accidentally double a mouse wheel. Okay. Uh, 5 damage per strike. And that unit is large, is it? Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to run out of space if going like that. I feel like I've already sort of got a front line. This is like it needs multi-strike to really take off. It's not as good as I'd rather have like an Animus or something. Something that interplays with the cultivating, but I don't know. It just is what it is. Okay, are any of these like super good? Large stone is not really what I want. I can't really afford a reroll. Everything's expensive on higher covenants. Uh, what I really want is multi-strike. I think I don't know exactly how cultivate works, so I'm going to assume that it goes off of current health as opposed to maximum health, which means that even if it has 75, you still have to heal it before it starts sharing the love to everybody else. So this way it starts buffing your other units right away. I think that's how that works. And this, I guess it's plus 10 attack. I want was to save one slot for a multi-strike upgrade whenever that happens, but it hasn't happened yet. It will. Do I want to pay for a remove? I'm not. Looks like I'm not getting. Like I might want a duplication by the time I get there, so it might be a while before I can remove stewards. So let's get rid of one now. Okay, so is that something I can deal with? 10 armor on all of the units. Uh, Not really. I don't know. 10. I don't think my armor is like super, or my damage is super great right now. Inferno sometimes just completely annihilates the bottom floor, and then Ensnare, used situationally, can sort of help me buy more time to scale up. It's kind of iffy. My pyre is only at 27 health. What's the reward for this? I get a unit draft. I don't know if I really need unit drafts. I think what I just need is multi-strike. Um, I don't know. Is there a unit that would totally change the game here that I'm forgetting about? Uh, I think I just don't scale hard and fast enough. So I'm gonna chicken out on that. Maybe I chicken out. I don't know. Maybe I just go YOLO. Let's YOLO it. I've got a couple of things that might help, but it might not be enough. It might depend on what order I draw everything. Okay, so turn one, immediately I'm stuck choosing between Awoken Hollow and Inferno. This guy doesn't really even do any damage. That's kind of weird. The Awoken Hollow is incapable of feeding the Alpha Fiend. The Alpha Fiend has to either stand behind the Sentient, or the Alpha Fiend has to block for himself. So that's kind of an issue. I do like the idea of getting my Restoration detonation this turn. So yeah, let's just... Okay, that's fine. That we were killing it. So second or third floor... I guess we can put you on the top floor, it's fine. And do we just stack up armor? Like, if this unit never takes damage, then there will be like a surplus, but... Oh, it's nothing can fit behind except for a stupid freaking train steward, because... That's right, it's Covenant 25, one of the random floors, yeah. Covenant level 20, -1 capacity on a random floor, which is this one. So our Sentient is basically not going to do anything at all. That was probably a mistake. That's fine though. Um, is it fine? It's probably fine. Do I even bother putting armor on this? It's just going to be blocking for a train steward, which does like kind of nothing. Maybe I just want to. Maybe I just want this one to just be as healthy as possible for the final showdown. Okay, how do we do this? I mean, I definitely have to. I have one mana left. The torch is not really going to do anything. Now, how do I play this in snare? Like, do I want any of these to be stuck down here next time? Because they're just going to block for each other. This guy is going to. If this guy's in the front, that's actually good for me. So I think this one I want to bite the dust next turn. And either one of these spells will kill the cherub. Let's do it kind of stylishly. Alright. Alright, Alpha Fiend. I want you to. Yeah, that Alpha Fiend is not going to really get much of a chance to scale up. That's fine, though. Okay. I could just cast all of my restores. Like, worst case, this thing hits the pyre 3 times, right? Because yeah, the pyre hits for 20. So that's nothing. I can just forget that these exist. I want to defeat the boss, so I think I just plop a bunch of regeneration onto this guy. Put a steward in the back. Well, if the steward steals the cultivating stacks, that might actually be bad. Like, do I want it to buff himself, or do I want it to buff the unit in the back? I feel like 5 extra damage per round for several rounds is probably. Oh man, what's the math on this? Math is hard. If it does make it to this floor, then buying like 1 or 2 extra turns for this unit could also be pretty impressive. I don't know. It's too much math. I don't think they even make it to the pyre. If the boss spawns this turn, well, if I win, then he doesn't ever make it to the pyre. Oh yeah, I just win. Okay. Well, let's just win and then some. Because why not? And then let's see. There's this dilemma. Do I put this guy in the front or the back? It doesn't really matter, but let's just try to overkill. Just sort of don't let there be any question whatsoever as to whether I'm. It doesn't die right away, so it's going to steal 1 cultivating stack, so it might as well survive to deal 6 damage per hit. Ideally, I'd want a big, powerful multi-striker in the back. Another. They keep offering me that spell. Already got 2. It's a fine spell, I guess. Do I really need that? Steel Enhancer is sort of nice, but do I just want to like? Do I just want my Thorned Hollow to do that for on its own? It costs 0. I mean, how bad could it be if it costs 0? The spell used to cost 1, and nobody ever got it because it was sort of bad. But now Now it's a feel good spell. And then these spikes have been sort of been missing from my life. This is still something that I don't quite do yet. This could really help with backline clearing. I don't know if 4 is enough. I feel like sometimes later in the game the backline has like 5 health. It's probably okay though. I mean, these are all. I feel like the cultivating passive kind of has this base covered somewhat, but backline, a little bit extra damage to the backline could really help maybe. This is like a torch, only better. You can sort of do some shenanigans with this, but I never quite get a very good feel for when you're supposed to be doing that. I know you can exceed the floor capacity, which can be like really cool and whatever, but it also can be really limiting. Like if you don't set up a super duper awesome floor, then it kind of can sort of fail. But I don't know. I guess I would really like to have all 3 of these on like maybe the top floor. That could be pretty awesome, actually. You know, second or top floor. Thorned Hollow isn't too bad, but like I was saying, this is some scaling that I can believe in right here. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I think I would like to duplicate Hidden Passage. Duplicate Hidden Passage sounds kind of nice right now. Pyre Health would be good. A Relic would be good. Merchant of Steel is tempting. I think the Pyre Health is. I'm really feeling insecure about this. Like if you have it's fairly often you can have a flawless battle. 27 is not like super duper like end of the world. But all other things being equal, a Relic is just really nice. And let's check the map. When is my next chance to hit a Merchant of Steel? And if I have more money than I do now, that it might be good. I don't know. I really like this one here, which means I can't hit that merchant. Can't hit uh, those other things. Multi-strike right now would be really really good. If I hit this helmet, then I can hit that Merchant of Steel. Is that something I want to do? Because I would like to hit. If I hit that helmet and that Merchant of Steel, and then I don't get to remove cards, which is kind of bad. I don't know. It's always sort of tough choices. I like banners. Banners are nice. I like the idea of having more money. So if I have more money, I can actually re-roll if I don't get a multi-strike on the first try. Right. So I don't have money, so maybe I just If I can't afford to re-roll, maybe I just shouldn't be shopping. Yeah, the conserve holding over the energy seems good here. Yeah, these are both fine. Yeah, so sometimes 3 turns, like that's 60 damage. That if 60 damage kills it, then this is just a free kill. I do have energy holdover that could make this a little bit more likely to be castable. Costing 0 is also kind of nice. The thing is, if I drop it to the lower floors, I'm using Hidden Passage, so all the damage is happening on the second and third floor. So this might not even. The only way that this helps is if as if the second floor is my big kill floor. So like I drop them to the bottom floor, and then they're dazed, and then when they're on the second floor, they're dazed again. So am I just trying to kill everything on floor two if I do this? Yeah, that was maybe too technical. I mean, they're both pretty fine, much fine. Okay, sap and sap when you summon a unit, but dazed when struck. So okay. All right. It's too early for a hidden passage. Like I don't even need that yet. It means I won't get to make my super floor until the second shuffle, which is that's kind of a problem. Yeah, it's really bad luck having that in your very first hand. It's probably fine, but it's unfortunate. Okay. I think I'm still just putting everything on the second floor. They lose one rage stack. They'll only do 2 damage each. Yeah. Let's see. To draw one next turn, I can do that. That seems fine. I could even send one up early, just so that I manage to kill them all. I don't know. All right. There's the spikes. That's oof. That's a problem. Like, is there any way I can keep this one alive long enough to shuffle my deck? I don't think so. I can only block this much. I like the 10 health. I like the regeneration. I like the spikes too. I think long term spikes is how I make sure everything is dying like it's supposed to. Then again, Glimmer, it kills 3 in one shot. I think I drew my cards in the wrong order, and I just don't get to play Shattered Shell here. Um, Unless I put it on the top floor, then it never ever gets to scale up. I don't know. Spikes might have been better here. Whatever. So either do I just play this to get it out of my deck? There's this Inferno. I don't think I want anything important just to sit on the bottom floor. That seems kind of bad. Do I just save the energy? I think I just carry over the energy. These are getting a Train Steward out of my deck. It seems kind of not worth losing an energy over. I could sit you on the top floor, I mean, I don't think you're gonna do very well. You only get like four. You only get to hit 4 times, like without protection. Like, how likely is it I ever get to reshuffle and play a hidden passage before this unit dies? Um, I don't know. I guess I can YOLO it. And there's Talos just applied daze, so didn't even get to do anything that turn. Now, do I save the Alpha Fiend or do I just say screw it? Oh, I absolutely have to kill this one. Is that haste? Yeah. Can't have him skip the middle floor. That would be kind of awful. I don't think I even tried to save this unit. I drew them in a bad order, but this floor is sort of scaling. So it's kind of okay. It's a little bit of pyre damage that's going to slip through, but it's no big deal. I could annihilate them, but it wouldn't be worth it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 pyre damage. And what are the options if I decline? I get to put one more. Get to put a couple more stacks on the hollow. What's the math on this boss fight? I'm dealing 30. She's dealing 6. So I have to hit 20 times. She has to hit. We both have to hit like 20 times each, something like that. So 20. She has to hit like 10. She has to hit like 15 times to kill us. And I have to hit like 20 times. So I think I might just be losing by a little bit right now. And so I'd rather lose pyre health now than have the boss make it all the way. The torch doesn't make any difference because it's multiples of 20 is all that matters. Yeah, 4 pyre damage versus if the boss slips, every time the boss hits is a big deal. So am I just hoarding energy now? Like if I put a steward on the top floor, like what's even the point of that? What do I get for it? Probably not a whole lot. Okay, so I think haste that unit is kind of annoying. I don't like that. And I just save 1 energy. Do I even try to help out the Alpha Fienders? It's just a lost cause here. It seems kind of useless. Like I could keep it alive for 1 more hit. Well, if it survives for 1 hit, then this front line is gone. So that's cool. I think 1 stack of dazed, or 2 stacks of dazed. Hey, That's actually pretty decent. Yeah. Okay, who does the most damage per hit? I think this entire floor as a whole, getting one more hit on the sentient is slightly more valuable. Yeah, let's just. What happens next turn? Do I actually need to hoard energy any further, or am I basically? Probably doesn't matter either way at this point. Oh, that's funny. These only have one base attack power, but then the winged indulgence. This clergyman just completely ran out of rage. Can't even muster the damage anymore at all. Okay. I don't know. Nothing I do really matters here. I think I'll just just in case I want to play all of my, like if I draw like four regens, I might wish I had energy for it. Didn't happen. Draw one next turn. Just nothing matters that they're, as long as I don't play this, I win. So fine. Or if I don't play this, yeah, actually not playing cards. That's the secret to this turn. That's it. All right, don't play these. Don't play these. I'm sorry, Shattered Shell. I know you wanted to be there, but I drew my cards in the wrong order. Okay, this is a tough call. Which big relic do I take at the? Do I want energy, capacity, or card draw? That's going to be a real issue here. Um, I don't remember how this works. Can it look through your discard pile if you skipped over a unit, or does it only look through your draw deck, or does it first check your draw deck and then only resort to your discard pile if it's empty? I don't actually know how that works. This costs 0, and it's sort of tempting. It could vary. It's just, sometimes it does nothing. Sometimes it does a lot. Uh, this is too. I don't think I have anything that really synergizes with that. There's this goofy card called Battering Ram. If somehow you manage to like play this every turn by like removing consume and then putting holdover on it or something stupid, it's not going to happen. I'm not even close to doing that, but it's kind of dumb. So no, not that. But between these two, I'm sort of considering it. I don't know. I like the channel song. I might be overvaluing it. It's sometimes it can be sort of underwhelming, but I don't know. I don't see why not. One thing that's flexible about this is that if you choose not to play it, it's not like having a unit in your hand because the unit is still in your deck. You haven't discarded the unit. You just chose to save your energy for later. So I guess I kind of like it. This is a tough call down. Do I want to take this multi-strike unit, or do I want to put multi-strike on the Alpha Fiend that I already have? Or maybe I do both, and I'm really trying to get the Hidden Passage collision to happen. The Hidden Passage is really what I want to happen. So I've got like, yeah, frontliners, backliners. Do I want capacity is the question. If I draw my cards in the wrong order, then suddenly capacity is a kind of a big deal. If I do draw my cards in the right order, I just hit Hidden Passage and everything's fine. I could just take the energy and then this is kind of interesting because if I get a card with like variable cost, if I save up a bunch of energy and then cash it in, maybe nice things happen on turn 8 or something. Right now, it's not really how it's working out. I feel like I'm just never drawing the cards that I want. So faster card draw could be a pretty big deal here. Let's just take this, and if I'm really careful with my energy, I can actually save up quite a bit for when it actually matters. What was I going to do here? I was going to either duplicate the hidden passage, or it's going to like remove stupid trained stewards. And then let's see, scroll down. What happens later? I get both of these, but I also really wanted the Merchant of Steel here, so okay, so eventually I get one unstable vortex. I would like to hit 2. I don't think it's going to happen, though. I mean, this is tempting. This is tempting. Everything's tempting. I have innate multi-strike. Do I really need more upgrades? Maybe I just skip the Merchant of Steel. Like, if I can scale up the Animus, I might not really need multi-strike. I don't know. I would really like multi-strike on this guy. That would be ideal. Maybe I should still fish for that. Merchant of Magic is like, I don't think any of these are super. Holdover or permafrost on hidden passage would actually be really great. So I take that back. So Merchant of Magic is probably good. Probably better than duplicate. If I can hold over, that's like all the copies you could ever need. Okay, let's hope for a duplicate or a holdover. And I'm pretty sure the train stewards are just going to be garbage. They're almost always garbage. Okay, that's not what I needed. Yeah. Is it worth a reroll? And lowered cost. That's like a luxury upgrade. I think I'm fishing for a better major upgrade. I don't. These are just distractions right now. Okay, holdover. I think this is absolutely vital. Now I can only afford one of these. If I make it cost 0, then I can just spam it. Sometimes you can have a weird situation where there isn't a single enemy or unit. There might not be a single unit on the screen that you can move without totally ruining the battle. So that's an awkward situation I kind of want to avoid, but it probably doesn't happen too often. So I think with holdover, if it's on the bottom of my deck, I might be screwed. But if it's at the top of my deck, suddenly that's going to be okay. Wow, they really don't want me to do the Cultivating Sentient at all. She's probably not going to be on the front line. Is that what I decided? It's just I'm not healing her very often is the problem. I could put her on the front line. I guess I don't see why not. If I put her on the front line, at least the spikes deal damage. But then she never ever gets the cultivating passive. But She's gonna be on the same floor with this other unit who does all the cultivating for us. So whatever. Let's just put her on the front line. She'll have like I think 20 spikes by the end of the run, assuming we get that far. Okay, multi-strike. Am I worried about their damage output? I just got spiked, so then maybe they end up killing themselves. But can I actually survive that long? That's gonna be a question. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Okay, so how am I doing this? Just plop these two on the second floor. So that's like 24 damage per turn. I could put them on the. No, I don't want to put them on the bottom floor. It's just. I could. Ooh. Or do I save this for the reshuffle? Like, I could daze and then ascend just to get like a free. Just to get a free kill that doesn't cost me anything. It might be sort of unnecessary. I don't know. This one, that one, it just. How do I even kill it? I just kind of don't. Well, if I send this one now, that's sort of a problem. Because it deals some pretty good damage. I don't know. Maybe I have too many cards. I'm not. I can't really count on a timely reshuffle. It's so. I think I just play these. I want to daze this unit, but then I also want to ascend it. Oh, I didn't have to daze it because I had this. Oh god, that was a misplay. Well, that was silly. But what can you do? Alright. And this is the magic of hidden passage with holdover. I can do this now. I'm kind of excited about this. You go to the back row, nobody can hurt you, and you're going to kick ass. You are armored. This isn't good. This does nothing. These do nothing. Oh, you have sweeping. That's yeah. So perfect. You get a stack because you killed the cherub. Unfortunately, this guy's gonna hit our pyre like 3 or 4 times. Not sure I can do anything about it. Oh, let's get rid of you. I don't like you. I don't know. That was a tough call. Like I could have fed it to the shattered shell next turn, but then my sentient loses 16 health. I don't know. That was looking kind of sketchy. This whole I'm not scaling fast enough. This could be. I probably survive, but my pyre might take some hits here. And that's gonna draw train steward. That's kind of suck. That just sucks. And I can only ascend one of you this turn to the next floor. So which one's better? Like, how do I scale? Do I scale? I can scale. If you're in the, but you'll be in the back, so you won't be able to block for anybody. So that's kind of garbage. You at least get to scale. So I'll send you up. You need the spikes, I guess. I could. Do I put you on the top floor? Oh, you could heal. That does damage twice that way. Okay, that sort of works, I guess. I still ran out of energy. I had 3 saved up, but those were all pretty important, I guess. Okay, how do we survive this? This shattered shell, I should probably scale it up more. Like maybe I should. I don't know. As soon as this one dies, the next 2 die. Everything dies if she dies. I need to. So trying to give kills to the shattered shell is problematic if it means that. Well, this backliner is just a healer, but these 2 I need to get rid of. Maybe I get rid of both. Yeah, let's just protect my frontliner. She's not looking too good right now. And what else do we do? This healer, I guess, is the one I want to get. Yeah, send the healer through the hidden passage. So the healer just does nothing and gets killed by the pyre. That's 10 health that they won't heal per round, and then okay, killed one of them. That's something, I guess. Yeah, that pyre's not looking too good. This one's gonna hit the pyre for like. It's gonna hit. That's 2 rounds, so like that's another 20. And what am I saving 1 energy for? Next turn I could use I might get an Inferno next turn. That could. Yeah, having 3 for Inferno and then 1 more for whatever, that could be a big deal. I did not get the Inferno, but I could root this one, and then I definitely draw Inferno next turn, so then both of these will be on the top floor if I do that. And this is a hidden passage. What do I do with hidden passage? Do I just send a train steward up to the 2nd floor? Yeah, let's root you. Yeah, next turn I get to cast Inferno. Train steward. This front line is looking pretty sketchy. I don't know if this holds out against the boss. How much do I deal per round? I do. That's 10, that's 19, 50 something. This might lose. I don't know. How strong is this next boss? I'm a little iffy here. Oh, I can channel song. Which one is it going to be? I think I'm all out of stewards. I think I get the hollow if I do that. Yeah, that's kind of nice. It's too bad it's in the back line though. I really wish that unit could be in the front line. It just didn't draw them in the right order. I could put you. I could channel song, and then I could put the Alpha Fiend in the back line at the very top. Is that getting a little bit too cute? Like, how does this all work? If the Alpha Fiend goes up a row, it can attack this thing. I'm just going to run out of mana if I do this. Like, I want to cast this. I want to cast the channel song. Makes it cost 0, though. So I can cast both of those and Inferno. And the Hidden Passage. Because if I use the Restoration Detonation to kill this guy, I don't know, maybe an Alpha Fiend sitting behind a Channel Song Awoken Hollow. That might be stronger. That might be stronger than the best floor I can assemble otherwise. It's really sketchy. It could go either way. On the other hand, if I just Channel Song and I send my Woken Hollow up to this floor, it's gonna what's it gonna do? It's gonna keep feeding the stupid Train Steward, which is like, what is that even? Oh, it'll actually be feeding the Animus for like the first two turns, and then eventually it starts doing other things. It doesn't take care of this stupid Guardian. I want to save the Pyre, so maybe. Oh, that's right. I can cast this if I really wanted to. But I could cast this on the bottom floor, get rid of these guys. I basically have no front line. Like, these three can kill her and like instantly. Um, so plus 20 health, plus another 10, so with 70 health, you could survive 6 hits. This guy would scale up to like 60 damage or so per hit over that time. Just do I cast this at the bottom or I cast this at the top? It's just top floor. Oh, I can cast this again next turn. That's right. That's why this is so. That's one of the things I forgot. It was one of my reasons, but I couldn't remember all of my reasoning. But yeah, so should somebody else be in front if I'm going to do it again next turn? Like maybe you, and then the next turn I do you. I can sort of believe that. Yeah, I think this is winning now. And do I have to wipe this floor out, or do I cast Inferno, or do I cast 2 Restores? Two Restores and a Torch. Yeah, I think I like that. I probably get another Torch, and that's all I really need here. Yeah, Torch. I wanted to Hidden Passage. Yeah, this is already doing pretty well, but next turn it's going to be even better. All these on this floor is going to be, yeah, it's going to be good. So you block, you scale up. Yeah, I just hung my glass cannons, but they were not they weren't doing super well in the first place. So let's just purge those, and then as long as if I cast this, I lose. Otherwise, I'm fine. Yeah, that took me a little bit longer to figure out than I wanted it to, but it was fine. Oh, that's kind of a nice relic sometimes. Sometimes it's really helpful, especially with spikes, but I need a little bit more health regeneration before this can really... This makes the top floor more appealing as a kill floor. So maybe I start casting on the second floor and then ascend them to the third. Maybe that's how I do things from now on. That can be really good if I like if the second like if the second major boss, if I take an energy for that one, this suddenly becomes kind of nice. I just really need that energy. This is good with hidden passage because you screw up your you have a lot of units on that floor, and maybe you screw up your order, or maybe the frontliner is just exhausted and needs a little bit of help, or maybe just play it for the armor. There's a lot of reasons this could be good here. And yeah, so what was I gonna do? God, when's my next Merchant of Steel if I skip now? Like, this one is definitely, I would hit the Merchant. But that's... I have to... I would have to fight the next major boss without a Merchant of Steel. Oh, these are so good, though. Do I need more hidden passages, though? I already have one with holdover. Multi-strike would be really good. Artifact could be really good. Potentially, concealed caverns are usually not amazing, but occasionally they are amazing. I do have too many cards. I need to... Maybe there's some garbage I should cut out. I don't know. This Merchant of Steel is tempting. It's really tempting, and with 75 extra coins, that means I could fish. I could re-roll if I had to. I still have a train steward and a bunch of torches. I'd like to get rid of some stuff. Anything that I would duplicate. Do I need a second hidden passage? That's kind of a question. Like, occasionally you draw 2 units and you want to ascend both of them, but you can't. That's awkward. How often does it happen? Does it really justify... I mean, if you can only send one, then the other one just has to survive for one turn. So what else would I duplicate? Like 2 copies of Alpha Fiend would be kind of humorous because they don't step on each other's toes. It's just if you have 2 of them, they both get 5 damage per strike, and that's fine. These 2 of these would be sort of bad because then they'd be competing for upgrades. They'd be competing for cultivate stacks. So how many units do I have? You can only summon 7 units on a floor, no matter regardless of capacity. It's like the only hard limit that you can't ever bypass ever. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. The Shattered Shell is 5. So I could duplicate the Alpha Fiend. These are looking all right. I really want the multi-strike. I want multi-strike, but then I also want to duplicate, but I can't do both. This isn't a ton of money to work with. And if I wait for a later one, it might be better. Just what's the artifact? That's okay. Oh, that's also good. Oh, these are both good. Oh God. With the unbroken horn, this is. Why are you making me choose? These are both. I wish I could just like get rid of like winged indulgence and then take both of them, but it. Because usually this relic is kind of questionable because like what are you going to do with that 7 energy? What hand do you start with? You don't know. But hey, I've got this unbroken horn. It's just that's a combo. It's just the crown was going to be really nice too. I just felt it made me really sad. All right, stupid freaking train steward, you gotta go. Torches are sort of looking. Torch is the worst card here. Yeah, because Glimmer does everything that Torch does, only better, and then some. Okay, what did I say? I said Alpha Fiend. Channel Song is looking kind of interesting as well. Channel Song, if it hits Animus of Will, that's pretty amazing. That's like how often does that happen? If it doesn't, is it actually good? Channel Song could hit Shattered Shell, and that also would be amazing. So there's two really good hits I could aim for with this. It's a gamble, but it's a high reward gamble. Okay, do I want them to hit harder? Do I need the 150 coins? I don't know. If my front line blows up, I'm in trouble. But let's. I mean, my strategy is I put them all. I send them all to the top floor. And then maybe I get to cast Inferno if things get really scary. I get to cast that on floor 1 or 2. Oh, this is that annoying stealth boss. That's also something I have to worry about. I need to put, like, on one of the lower floors. It would be nice to have a chump blocker, but I don't think that's happening. I think I already purged all my train stewards. I don't really have extra units, but let's just try not to kill my units and then hope that things work out. I want the coins. I want them pretty badly. I don't know. You have to take risks, or else any risk that you don't take now, that just might mean that you're too weak at the end game. You just lose later instead of now. And in hindsight, that's the reason you lost. Inferno is kind of nice. The only counter argument is, what if the Shattered Shell? I'd like to build some stacks on Shattered Shell here. This is sort of awkward because I don't have. I can put one here, and then I can put a couple more up here, I guess. I just don't have enough room capacity, and I don't have Hidden Passage yet. But just whatever I play has to survive long enough for me to ascend it. So I think I can play Channel Song pretty safely here. What do I get? The Awoken Hollow. I think you can be on floor 2. You just need to stay alive. But you should actually go on the front line. You should go. Maybe you can go in the back or whatever. I want you to actually take heads. So, the more armor that the more armor you have, the better, because the spikes. And these are gonna die. Let's save some energy. Let's just oh, you're annoying. You're very annoying. You gain armor when units die. That's yeah. Just cast Inferno. It's only I don't know. It'd be nice to hoard more energy, but let's. That nonsense was starting to look annoying to me. All right. Okay. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I can build a couple stacks here. One more stack, or do I save the energy? I don't know. One more stack seems pretty good. And then we send you. And next, we want to ascend you, maybe? We have to send one of you. Unless, let's see, 27, 47, that's not enough damage. Like, if I almost want to send this guy just so the sweeper can get 2 kills this turn. It's kind of greedy, but sometimes you have to be greedy, because you have to be greedy to snowball and win, otherwise you just lose. Hmm. Yeah. Who do we send though? Wait, if I send the sweeper, then next turn I get a chance to kill these guys. Right? Oh, yeah. You block for the 37, and then the sweeper kills 2. I could send this one up, and then the sweeper gets to kill 3 this turn. Maybe that's what I do. Send you this turn. Next turn I send the one in the back. Just because eventually I want you up there, but not. Yeah, let's just make sure that the right unit is getting all the kills, and then it's 1 energy left over. Oh, that's right. I have that relic. Yeah, I get 2 turns to kill this guy, so this is no problem. That's nice. Okay, stuff's actually working out okay so far, I think. 4 energy. I could play the Awoken rail spike. I kind of like that. What do I? None of these even really cost anything in the first place, and then I've already summoned all my units, so there's nothing really to do with. This doesn't really do anything right now. Okay, so what do I do then? Do I just ascend the rest of my units, or do I keep feeding the shell? I could. What do I do here? Like, do I snare this big one down here so there's no tank? Because I want these to go up, because I want them to die, but I don't want this guy to just wail on my Awoken Hollow. I don't know. What am I doing? Big heal? Yeah, you just want to retreat to the back line at the last minute, so I don't have to put armor on you. I put armor on you instead. Uh, spikes. Spikes are good. You're going to be in the front forever. Okay, so who do I ascend? Who do I root? Yeah, I don't like this guy. Maybe you stay, and then I guess we might as well send you. Do I really want to draw one card? Doesn't really matter. Let's save the energy. Maybe I get to cast Inferno. Um. Oh, I think this. Okay, you get a double kill this turn, so I think I like that. Who do I send? Do I send I have to. I have to send somebody to keep this running. I have to keep it going. I could send you first, and then you don't die yet. You only take. You almost die, but not quite. And then I send next turn. I guess it's acceptable. It's kind of crazy, but it's acceptable. I could trap shoot. I could trap shoot one of these two, and like the one in the back. And then later I get to Inferno. No, next turn they. Oh, next turn I get another hidden passage, and then I get an Inferno. So yeah, I think that works. Oh, you're rooted, so you can't. Oh, I can't do that. Well, I saved 13 health. Okay, now what do I do? Let's make sure I don't screw this up. Right, this is just 19 damage. It's 19. Okay, sure. Oh, but I wanted the double kill, but I can't get the double kill without both of them hitting the front line. Okay, so I don't ascend this turn, I ascend next turn, and then when the boss climbs, I ascend again. This is kind of irritating. I guess, yeah, that's how I get the most damage stacks. I guess it works, sort of. So this unit should really be feeding the Animus more than anything else. That should be kind of the. That's probably the most utility. That's worth more, especially for the boss fight. I'm not. I'm not. Multi-hit's not really the priority anymore. I'm trying to do lots of single target damage, which is what this combo is about. So I can get that one out of my deck. Probably doesn't matter. Yeah, that's just in case I draw the Awoken rail spike. If I have a lot of energy, then I get to play like all of the spells next turn if that happens. So this is probably just leave those alone, and I guess that's it for now. So no Awoken rail spike just yet. Um, okay, you can go to the top floor. Who gets the health? You get the health. Yeah. Regenerate, regenerate. And I don't cast those. Okay. Alright, so who goes in the front? Do you go in the front? You have more health, but you've got spikes. But spikes, I mean, if you're not in the front, you still. The, we just want the boss. The boss. The boss is going to wail on the front line. So I want the boss to hit the person who has spikes. Because otherwise, I'm just taking damage with no compensation whatsoever. So you have to stay in the front. I can cast Inferno down here. Just make sure I don't accidentally scroll up while casting. That would be kind of a disaster. I guess, what am I saving my mana for? Like, am I hoping for, like, in theory, if I play this for, like, 9 energy, well, next turn I still get to play it for, like, 6 energy, which would be plenty, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so what cards might I draw? I would like to play my Restorers, basically all my healing spells, my Sharpen. I'd like to play all of that. Does that pay off more than casting Inferno right now? I'm thinking maybe not. It's kind of borderline. For 3 energy, 3 stacks of regen would do. I don't know, your Animus of Will gets like 2, or it gets like 4 attack power each for each stack or whatever. Because when you cast the spell, you get a stack of regen and you get immediate healing, so this procs twice. So that's 4 attack power times multi-hit 3. It adds up, times how many rounds of combat and so on. I'm just going to leave it alone. Yeah, just conserve. Now, did I even draw it? No, I didn't. Well, that was 100 damage I could have done, but I still made it okay. And then some. I can still do this. I can still do this. I can still do that. And 2 torches. So I've still got. Okay, those 3 die, but then I still have. This one is totally healthy. I'm doing like 80 damage per turn for another 6 turns or so. Yeah, so it wasn't really flawless, but I'm in pretty good shape. I don't know. That could have been better, but I think that was pretty good. I got lucky with relics. I didn't play it quite perfect, but I think that was more or less decent. Um, I don't think I don't know. I'm not crazy about these. Ensnare is kind of guilt free, I guess. It's like on a future turn you have an extra card, but right now this turn you have one card that's not as good. It's kind of makes your turns more lopsided, but my energy is also more lopsided. So I feel like that is something that I can accommodate. March of Shields, another one of those. I think that's. I'm just playing Hidden Passage every turn, so I might need to reorder the ranks at some point. Which one of these was I gonna do? Um, Merchant of Magic. What do I even do with that? Anything? I mean, Glimmer would be kind of interesting. Can remove a torch. Pyre could use a little bit of love, I guess. Merchant of Trinkets might be interesting too. Or am I just saving all my money for the. Where is it? There it is. Merchant of Steel. And then there's another Merchant of Trinkets right at the very end of the run. I think my relics are sort of alright. What do I really need? I don't really. I don't super duper need any of these, but I think I have too many torches. And the torches that I keep, I would like to be stronger. Concealed caverns might be interesting, but I don't. I might be able to get a really good relic, especially if I reroll for it. But I think I just want to save my money for the Merchant of Steel. Like permafrost, are you actually like that? Could be okay. Save it for a big turn. Is it worth 110 money? I'm not sure. Uh, Adding consume to a card is sort of interesting because you take a card that's generally bad and you just sort of make it do something really good, but then it's gone. So that, like a torch, it's kind of like not quite as good as removing it, but it feels pretty good, I guess. That one's just kind of expensive. This one's kind of expensive. I don't know. I could put it on basically anything, and it's all transferable because of like the Awoken or the Horn. The yeah. I don't know which one of these do I want to be cheap. Um, which one do I want to be permafrosted? Like I could permafrost the Inferno. Like that would change things a lot, knowing for sure when I can and can't play it. I don't know, maybe permafrost and lower cost. Maybe that's the one I want to permafrost. I don't know. Let's lower the cost on this just because it's expensive. I don't know. Do I really want to permafrost this? I don't know. I'm having doubts. I think there are better things to spend gold on in this game. Hopefully, we'll see them eventually. It just feels really bad when you draw this too early and you can't really do anything with it. I'm gonna not do that yet. Let's see. Bring my deck size back down to 30. It's still a lot. I don't think I want to reroll. I think uh, yeah, a reroll would not be worth it here. I can. There's still time to get some more gold. I guess I could. Yeah, I can. 110. I would still have 250. I don't know. Maybe that's the play. It's just if I draw this too early, I don't have any spare energy. But if I do get to play it, then that's like several cards that I can play for free for the rest of the battle. Okay, which ones are those? One of them is okay. Makes your spells expensive, and whatever. That's just I need to bank some energy to get rid of the weights of contrition. Okay, so the really annoying one is I don't want to cast spells in the wrong room at the wrong time. Okay, don't want to cast spells. That would be bad. What am I doing here? I'm setting up a front row. Oh, I can only summon. That's the small floor. Okay, I can put both of those on the front floor or top floor. Like you and you don't get to go all the way in the back, but it's good enough. You'll be fine. If I draw my other large unit, it could be awkward because then they'll have to go on the bottom floor. But it shouldn't be too risky. What do we get? Alpha Fiend. That's not what I wanted, but it should be fine. And I'm right. I want to scale you up. Do I want to kill that, or do I want to? Yeah. This unit doesn't really want to buff itself. What I really want to do is kill that unit. Okay, where's my hidden passage? I guess it's hidden. Put you in the back. I don't know, this is probably fine. If this unit dies, it's kind of sad, but it wouldn't be the end. No direct damage here. I could put spikes on you, and then these will kill themselves, but that's not what I want. I want to just not have you take damage. Oh well, would have been nice. Um, Now, do I want to daze the boss, or do I just want to? I would really like to save the Alpha Fiend if I can. It's going to be a little bit of a juggle here because I want to send. I want to send you, but then eventually I want to send everybody else. So I don't know. It might not be next turn. It might be a couple turns from now. do I sharpen you on the top floor? Or do I sharpen you, or do I sharpen you right now and kill one of them? It's just... I could sharpen you. Maybe you get more stacks that way. Uh, let's do that. Okay, hidden passage. Hidden passage? Nope. Now, do I play the rail spike now? 6. I've got 6 in hand already, so I play 1, and then I have 5 energy to play this. Oh, that's annoying. I really don't want that. Maybe I just do this instead. Now I draw 5 cards. Yeah, I think so. Oh, you do nothing, so let's get rid of you. Still no hidden passage. You're, yep, bottom of the deck. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. I still can't cast spells on that floor, that's a problem. Hmm. I guess you don't really need armor. You'll be in the back line pretty soon. Oh, I think this way... nope, the wrong unit gets the kill. Oh well, there's no way to do it. Alright, whatever, let's do that. Hidden Passage, Inferno, like what am I doing here? A bunch of stuff. Okay, you get a bunch of stacks, that's cool. I don't have to send you yet, I can send you next turn. Because I want to send you first, and I want you to get a strike in this turn. That's why, yeah. I knew there was a reason, okay. I don't know, this is looking a little scary. Next turn, this thing is gonna do the stupid magic spell cost increase. Yeah, whatever. Oh, the stupid spikes are getting all the kills. The shattered shell isn't really getting any love here. It's kind of sad. I don't know. Maybe my setup has problems. I think I might be screwing things up a bit. I don't know. So what do I want more? Do I want the spikes? Or do I want to keep on scaling up this guy? let's keep let's keep let's keep scaling the thing. All right, and then okay, you can finally go up a floor. This is the return where I cannot cast the armor because everything would cost more. Okay, both of you are kind of annoying. Okay, who do I snare? Does it even matter? It's all roughly similar. I don't know. Let's do that. Okay, that floor is doing okay. Oh, maybe I send you up first so you get a because if I send this one up, then you cultivate yourself. I'd rather have you cultivate these guys. Eh, I don't know. Is that a big deal? It's probably not a big deal. Yeah, we'll send you up, I guess. Yeah, I don't think the Shattered Shell ever gets to kill this because it's gonna hit the spikes. So that's kind of awkward. But let's do that. And then what? Okay, whatever. Let's see. Yeah. Send it up now? Yeah, I guess it's everything's in order. Alright, so just keep peeling. Anybody that I want to snare? Oh, that's annoying. Don't want that. Okay. I do want to get rid of this. And now that there won't be any spells in my hand, so it doesn't hurt. Or does the one I just played get effect? Nope. Alright, so it triggered that cost increased, but there was nothing in my hand, so it didn't matter. It didn't do anything. If I snare you now, then if the boss advances but the unit is snared, then it's too bad. That room just gets frozen and the unit dies uselessly. So it's a cool application of roots. They're like very merciless toward their own henchmen. It's very mean. They don't know how to wait up for the straggler. And let's see, I guess I don't need this anymore, so I'll just not cast it. I could send this one to the front. Yeah, I will. Because then I'll just play another March of Shields to get the order straightened out. Because I want this one at the very front, but I want this one right behind it. Uh, so whatever. Maybe it doesn't really matter. Not for the very last one. Anyway, bloop bloop bloop. Okay, save 1 mana just in case I get. I probably will want to cast Inferno. Yeah. And so I was saying, there, that's what I wanted. So perfect. Then I wanted to do this. Yeah, okay. That energy goes really fast. I guess I'm not casting Inferno. So block, block. Just keep blocking. I can cast those two or just the one. Either way, I've already won. But let's keep our front line in good shape here. Yeah, it's kind of looks like it's winning so far. It's still got a ways to go. Things can change, especially in the last 2 levels. But let's see. It's like super late in the run. Sometimes crazy stuff happens. Like you get a bunch of enemies with sweep. That can be really scary. This can sort of save your butt in that specific situation. What did I want? Energy? I think energy. I've already got card draw. I don't need that much capacity as long as I can draw my hidden passages fast enough. And I've been waiting a long time for a good Merchant of Steel. Let's hope it doesn't disappoint me. Kind of nervous. Large Stone, you are garbage. I don't want you. Like Large Stone, really? I could put that on an Animus of Will, and then that's like a nice head start. But the problem is the way it interacts with Cultivating. If that unit has a lot of health, it won't get the Cultivating stacks, so it's sort of self-defeating. I really want to put Multi-Strike on the Alpha Fiend. That's what I really, really, really want more than any of these other options right now. Attack damage on Animus of Will, that's fine. That's reasonable. Or even the Shattered Shell. I could do both even. Maybe I put attack damage on this. That's a thought. How much do I have left over? I have 200. I could put Large Stone on this guy because this one he desperately needs to get the ball rolling, which he has not been. He really needs that, actually. The +1 size is kind of a problem. So the hidden passage really needs to kick in and do its job. I don't think I can, like, oof. Do I put it here? Like, or is it too much gold? Is it too much gold? I would need like I'd need like 100. How much is it? 125-ish for multi-strike if I roll it. Or maybe it's just 120 or 115. What's the math on that? Because I would like to re-roll and get a Heartstone and have a multi-strike. This would leave me with exactly 125. Well, I'll probably re-roll another one. So it's not like this is my last chance. Let's just re-roll. See, that's almost as good. Quick. It's better than nothing. Am I ever? Is this my last chance to get anything at all? There's a Merchant of Steel here. Well, what happens is you get a chance for you get a really difficult challenge option for another 400 gold, which means I would get another shot at multi-strike no matter what. So if I do quick, this guy who hits the back line, yeah, that's really good. Yes, that's sort of that almost looks like a plan. That could really work. Uh, and this is that fine? Is that fine? Is that fine? I really want to put multi-strike on you. I don't know. I think I want you to just soak up cultivating stacks, so that's not as good. I want you to have multi-strike. I want you to have just straight up attack damage, maybe. You're still the weakest, though, so you'll still cultivate. It's just you'll be even safer. That's probably fine. Right? It's either that or I just do the straight damage. This is slightly safer for the early part of the battle. I think for the first few turns, this is kind of a little bit more secure. The 10 damage might be better for the second part of the fight, but I don't know. It's a little too glass cannon. I think this is a pretty good compromise. It's a justifiable approach, I think. I can get rid of some garbage. Oh, sometimes these events do weird stuff where they purge or they upgrade a card and it changes what you should or should not have gotten rid of in hindsight. Oh, these are weird. No, I don't want that at all. Definitely not. That's just bad. If you're not already, you have to be melting remnant, or else that's just bad. This, I already have one. I don't think I need another. And that's just not working for me right now. Like, do I really want a second one of these? Like, what ends up happening if I do that? I mean, I just got +1 energy, so this might be sort of interesting now. It probably doesn't hurt. Yeah, it probably doesn't hurt. Like, what's the worst that can happen? If you pay 1 energy, or if you pay 2 energy, you draw 2 cards. They both cost 2 energy less than they normally would. So even if you if you use that to draw Alpha Fiend, it pays for itself, and then you draw one more card that's also probably free. Like, yeah, none of my spells, everything costs 2 or less, so it's completely safe to play that for 2 energy. And you draw more cards. You draw 2 cards for playing 1, so it's totally safe. Alright, what am I removing? I'm removing this torch. This torch I can probably keep. That one's just garbage. Restores? I kind of like the restores. I mean, it's sort of, that's how I scale. I feel like I should remove something, but like, are any of these cards really that bad right now? Like maybe this one, like maybe the 1 energy cost, like maybe that one, the Fortify that I started with, is sort of not looking as good as it used to. But these, I don't know, they all seem to sort of have a place. Sharpen has been sort of underperforming a little bit, but it's not too bad. I think Fortify, because also I have the Awoken Rail Spike ×2. If I play this, if I use that, I really want that to hit a March of Shields. There's no reason for me to want that to hit Fortify. Fortify's not bad, but it's getting to the point where it's less good, which means my run's in a pretty good place, I think. Alright, what was I going to do here? This one's definitely a frontliner, so yeah, just take the extra spikes. Spell Shield 2. That's awesome. That's like that. My deck totally doesn't even care. Okay, this guy, I don't want to hit him too many times because he gets stronger, but that'll be fine. That guy just has a ton of health. This guy, oh, he gives other units multi-strike, but he's a squishy backliner, and I've got a quick sweeper, so this is probably okay. Let's just see what order I draw my cards in. It's gonna be a pretty crucial thing here. Okay. Alright, so who goes on the top floor? Oh, you have to go in the front. I guess let's play the channel song. What do I get? Okay, it's kind of scary. Like the last 2 battles, the enemies hit pretty hard, but I've got a front line, and I've got... Oh, oh, crap. Okay, now the run just got scary. Yeah. Wow, okay. I did that wrong. I forgot that this guy's large now. Because that's what the large stone does. Hidden passage, perfect. You can take a hit, but there's nowhere to put anything. So who goes where? You can go on the top floor. I have to send you to make room to summon this guy, but if I summon you, do you die this turn? Yes. 18 and 8 is 26. You die this turn if I summon you now. The alternative is I send you, and then I summon you on the 2nd floor. Which means I can't ascend you next turn because I have to save this unit. This is so stupid. How does any of this even work right now? This is so dumb. I could ascend you, I could play you, then I could just... I guess... Then I would have 7 energy. I just draw 7 cards off of this. And then everything's probably okay. Like, what happens if I do that? Just madness. A lot of regeneration. Yeah, let's get the ball rolling. Let's just let's do that. Send you up a floor. I'd, if I have to wait a whole shuffle, it could be like it could be 3 or 4 turns possibly. I mean, I know I draw a lot with this, but with a bad shuffle, it could be another 20 cards to get through. So that yeah, that's probably the right call, sort of. Do I heal you just to be safe, or do I? Let's just play the rail spike now. I draw 7 cards. Yeah. Let's see what we get here. Okay, so spiky, spiky. That's gonna do nothing. I've already okay. That's never gonna do anything. Um, Next turn I send you up a floor, so you need to. Do I just protect this unit? I guess I do. Oh, I could kill something with this torch. Oh, I can only kill the. They all have spell shields, but I can kill the cherub. That's. I like that. Yeah. I could root one enemy. Who do I want to root? Anybody at all? This is kind of annoying. This guy has too much health. Do I just root the frontliner so the backline gets nice and dead? I think I like that. This one has too much health. I need to block the one in front so this one can actually take hits. And then what? Okay, something like that. Okay, good. You survive one more turn at least. You also survive one more turn. Oh, you just wipe them all out, and then you take 18 damage. That's not too bad. I could ascend you and then wipe out. No, they have spell shields. No, piercing goes through spell shields, right? Yeah. I think piercing goes. It does. It just totally ignores the spell shield. So I actually. That actually works. I think. Do I want to play this rail spike, or is that not really gonna be a thing? I think I want to shuffle. I want this to be not totally in the front, but I do want it to not be. I want it to be in front of the Animus of Will. This is a bad turn for that because I still want to kill that unit somehow. Okay. I think the only way to kill it this turn is I use the. Yeah, the. Whatever that passive is called. Yeah, whatever the rejuvenating sentient passive thing. Okay, so now it dies, but if not, I can't put this unit in front because then the spikes don't happen. So I'll do that later, I guess. What was I gonna do? I was gonna wipe out this floor. Not quite. The other one's gonna survive. Thank you, piercing. That was actually good. Okay. Um, Save this for later or cast it now? I could daze this unit right here. I could also send that one down. I think the Shattered Shell probably gets a kill if this one gets hit twice. Oh, if I send next turn, I'm sending it back into harm's way, so I need to daze the one that's already attacking. The Shattered Shell is kind of in danger of dying if I don't manage this properly. Okay, so I have to do this. You're not dead yet. You're fine, I guess. Now I can do this. I can take the Awoken Hollow. They'll just play musical chairs a little bit. It'll be fine. Okay, that's... Do I need to do this? Or is it going to be fine? Like, it could be just one more heal on this guy to help out with the scaling. Or I could just play it for health. I think I like health here. No, I like damage, because I can play this to heal up the entire floor. That's even better. So let's take the damage. No, I'm going to have plenty of damage. I think everything's just fine. I think I don't like you. You, like, I can... The Shattered Shell can kill these guys outright, but this guy survives, and he hits for 9, and he doesn't die right away. So let's separate him, and then... what was he doing? I was doing this. I was just throwing all the heals right here, I think. Just heal, heal, heal. Yeah. Oh, that's 2 kills this turn. That's kind of... I kind of like that. So I just... Do I just wait? I have to play this. I think if I root... If they're rooted, you can't ascend them, I think is how that works. Yeah, I think if I play Ensnare and then Hidden Passage, it cancels. Because I don't actually want to send that unit, but I do want to hold this spell over so I can ascend this unit next turn after it gets to these 2 kills here. Something like that. I think that's how I want to do it. Let's see, does it work? Yeah, that's how it works. Put the spikes on you. Put the shield on you. Let's see, do I want to draw 5 cards? What cards do I draw? Sure, I guess I would like to cast those. Do I want to cast them right now, or do I want to cast these first? I definitely want to cast this one. But this one is, yeah, that's only 1. I want regen stacks. That's what I kind of want. I don't know. I don't want to wait till next shuffle, because it might be too late for it to matter. So 4 energy, 4 energy, yeah, 4. Okay, that's decent-ish. I get to cast 2 more of these. Alright. I could wipe out the bottom row. Let's just ascend you right now. That's... I think you've done your job, but you need to go to the front. You need to keep scaling. And I'm out of energy. Inferno would have been nice, I guess. It's probably fine. Yeah, that one is not going to get to do anything. It's going to get swept. Quick and sweeping is a really cool combo. This one, it gets to hit once, and then it'll die in the first turn. Yeah. Don't even need to cast Hidden Passage. Like, it won't even do anything. This guy is just dead in the water. What am I doing here? These roots, I mean, I get to draw more cards, so I should cast it anyway. Oh, that's important. I don't even want to ensnare this one because I want it to be killed by the sweeper. I don't want it to die by it just because the room was frozen. So I'll just cast this in some nonsense way just to draw the cards. So I just cast it immune, but it's okay, I get the card draw. And that's it. And, oh yeah, we win big time. This is going pretty nice. Let's just keep scaling you up. More thorns, more everything. This, okay, we're... Nobody even... Wow, just no deaths this round. They almost got my champion, but that's it. Didn't even manage that much. So that bodes pretty well, but... The Covenant 25, the final Seraph, can still be a beast. So I don't want to get too cocky. If even one of these units dies, it's suddenly everything like can change for the worse. Invigorating Solution is kind of interesting. I don't know if I want that though. I think the Awoken spikes are doing. I don't really need this either. That just interferes with my rhythm. I want to cast a unit and then ascend a unit, and this would just get in the way of my card draw, I think. And they already cost 0 because I cast maybe I draw them with the rail spikes. So everything is just, it's already doing what it needs to do. This is kind of silly, but maybe it's like one more proc of the... I don't know, it's too micromanaging, it's so derpy. Like, I don't want the rail spike to draw this when it could have drawn something better. Like, that only really helps if you spell power upgrade, but I don't even get that option here. This, I don't need more copies. I think I just want consistency of what I already have. So no, not, all that is kind of pointless here. It's fine. I don't really need anything. I just need the, I need one of these merchants to be really good. That is not what I'm looking for. I wanted the multi-strike, so the reroll. I'll probably reroll this, but let's consider the relics first. Don't want that. I don't think I have that's like for imps, right? I don't think I even have units with those kind of abilities. That, if I need this, I've already lost. Like, sometimes in the mid game, if units are slipping through, that can sort of help out. It'd be pretty pathetic if I had to depend on that, though. Yeah, let's reroll here. Okay. That's sort of nice. That might work pretty well with my champion. That's sort of nice too. That probably doesn't matter. There's some of my... I guess I have a lot of restores, or whatever they're called. Yeah, I have a lot of restores. These are both kind of nice luxury upgrades. Let's stop and take a look at. Well, these are bad. I don't think I want. I just really want the multi-strike. Do I just re-roll now, or do I accept a large stone for one of my units? Like that one with large stone, it takes up 4. I don't know. On turn 1, I would really like to be able to cast. No matter what, I'd like to be able to cast my champion and one of the other units on turn 1, and that could be a disaster in like rare circumstances, but it's still a disaster. Finally, I've been fishing for that all game, and there it is. Alpha Fiend, because it just like now it scales like, yeah, it does twice as much damage and it accelerates twice as fast. So there's some math with that, but it's basically bonkers. Hits twice as much, but for twice as much damage each hit because it's scaling with itself. So it's really like it's not just double; it's like 4 times as much damage. That's roughly how that's working out here. And this, sure you're going to be in the front a bunch, I guess. It's out of the 2 upgrades, unless I really, really want to buy more than 1 relic. Okay, how much are the relics? I've got 360. I can only afford 1 of these regardless. Do I like the spikes? That's a good question here. Do I like spikes? I think I do. I mean, the cloak's not bad. The magic power. Like, sometimes maybe there are situations where I need to get a little more oomph out of my restores so my units don't die. Maybe keeping my units alive is the hardest part of this. If I draw my cards in the wrong order, then I might have to scramble to keep my units alive. And then magic power is how I save it. But might be how I kill Seraph. I mean, is that really how I kill Seraph if I do like 40 instead of 20? I think surviving the early part of the fight might be the hardest challenge right now. And okay. And how do I get consistency here? Do I like restores, or are they just getting in the way? These are sort of less good than they used to be. I don't know, 65 damage. That can. Early in the fight, these are good, but later in the fight, I just want to build twice as many stacks overall. Is Fortify? I think I said Fortify is sort of. I think that one's sort of getting in the way. They're cards I actually want to draw, and it's not that. What about the rest of these? That torch is kind of looking stupid, but is it that bad if it removes itself? Maybe it kills something. Eh. I mean, that's not how I kill the back line. The way I kill the back line is supposedly my unit does it for me. I don't know. What if it needs more than 18 damage to get started? I don't remember what the numbers are. I think sometimes you need a little bit more. Sharpen, you're looking kind of sketchy. I don't know. I don't know. You're not bad. I can cast you on the Animus. Glimmer is looking sort of mediocre. Like, you don't really kill the back lines that well. And you don't heal that well either. You don't. Like, these are better for the hollows. Like, you used to be good, but now you're kind of. I think your job has been taken over by other things. Are you really the worst, though? I haven't really been using Inferno that much, but I keep thinking I'm going to have to at some point. These, I usually end up using one of them, and then the other one I draw it too late, but if I purge one, then that might have been the one that I would have drawn. And the one that I actually cast is really good, so I think I'll keep. Get rid of Glimmer? Glimmer? I don't know. Is Glimmer really worse than Torch? Yeah, probably. Torch, there's still a chance that Torch kills something, and that could be huge. I could pay for one more. No, I can't afford that either. Literally can't afford anything, so we're done. We're just. Okay, this guy lowers your. It's the opposite of rage. It is what sap does. It lowers your health, but lowers your damage, but then you recover from it. So it lowers it by 6, but you recover 2. Okay, I can just plop you right on the top floor, no problem. I could plop you on the second floor just in case I draw a unit. Oh, I have a channel song. That's important. Let's see what I get. Okay. Okay, who goes on the top floor? You, because you're going to be in the front. Oh, I've got 3. That's right. I can only... Unless I put 2 here and 1 here. The only way I can put 2 here is if it's you. Yeah, so you can protect this unit, and you go on the top floor for now. Yeah, I think that's how we do it here. Do I kill these? Maybe. Oh, one of them's still alive too. Okay, yeah. I gotta keep my units alive. Let's just preemptively strike there. Like I thought about just saving the energy, but that was just too dangerous. What about this? If I do you, you only do 12 damage, but you kill the back line, you take 9 back. They do 9 to you. Ooh, I drew both of you this turn. Kind of scary. Seems fine though. I think I'm fine. I can play the rail spike now if I want. Would now be a good time to draw the? Yeah, the other one's permafrosted, so that's actually pretty good. Heal you. Draw 7 cards. Yeah, this is nice. This should be good. This should be really good. What do I actually want to do right now? Any of these super important? March of Shields might be a thing. Let's just daze this one. Or do we daze something else? Oh, right. I want you to get stacks, so let's send you down a floor. Next turn, are we in danger? Is this frontliner going to be in trouble? Temporary frontliner? Probably not. Eventually, I want you to be the front line. And you need the regeneration stacks. This torch, what am I doing with this torch? Do I really care? You have a lot of health, so you go next turn. You go up here. You take 80 damage. You don't quite die yet, so you need a little bit of help. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that card doesn't do anything anymore. Who do I send up? You get 2 kills this turn, and you don't die, so let's send up the other one. This is okay, but maybe I just want to... This guy gets a buff if I heal him, so that's cool. This card's getting in the way, so I just toss it. I can cast all these, but which one's which for? I don't want you to stay. I want you to... Let's see. I don't want you to hit this unit. I'm trying to keep that unit alive. I don't know. I would like to draw one next turn regardless, so let's just do something arbitrary. Yeah, this is all just totally fine. Okay. Alright, this is looking alright. Is it time for you to go? You can kill them next turn just as easily as you can kill them this turn, so I guess why not? Just play the hidden passage. Let's not play the Inferno. I think I wanted the stacks, the kill stacks. Yeah, maybe the snare helps. Oh, I want all of these on the top floor? That's going to take a while. I don't know if I can actually do that. I think I want to send the Animus up a floor soon. Yeah. Alright, whatever. Let's do that. Yeah, let's send you up a floor. Because you need to start scaling. This floor, maybe you just take... Oh, wait, maybe this one? Yeah, I need a little bit of damage here. Do I cast the Rail Spike now? Next turn it's a little bit stronger. Let's wait one more turn. And I just heal this floor completely? Yeah, I think that's fine. Which one do I send up? I have to send everybody eventually. But who do I send it now? The sooner I send this one up, the sooner I can draw March of Shields. I guess. And your job is to kill everybody, but you only kill like one. You get to kill one more, maybe? Um, I don't know. That kind of hurts a little bit. Let's keep you... Which one do I want to send next turn? I want to send this one next turn, so that one's going to be undefended. It'll still be fine, though. So let's keep you down. If I play this, I draw 8 cards, but I can only have room for 7. So if I play if I play this first, then I draw 6, but I have room for 8. So which one is worse? Which cards am I looking at? Basically, I can get 7 cards now, or I can get 6 cards now. Most of them already cost 0. That's not very exciting. And then, but what about these? This costs 0 already for sure. So I could Inferno this floor. Inferno and then Rail Spike. Inferno, wait a turn. These both cost 2, so I'd like them to be in my draw pile when I play this. So let's do that. Oh, this attack damage is even better, right? Yeah. We'll play that next turn, I think. Right? Yeah. Just save some energy. You go up. You stay down. You keep scaling. And I can draw 7. Yeah. Well, I would like to play this too. Oh, I really want to play this. That's kind of important. That's the whole point. This one needs to be in front. Okay, now I play this and I draw. Turn after this, I want to do that. Because I want these cards back in my draw pile. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, this is good. Okay, so it's really annoying, but the highlighting helps a lot. It's just not good how they overlap each other. It makes it a little bit stressful to make sure you're doing what you mean to do. Let's keep you down. The room freeze is gonna kill you, just completely outright. You can go up a floor, yeah. And what am I doing here? Oh, I don't want don't want the spell to kill. I want you to kill. But is there a way to do that? Yeah, that'll. Okay, that's perfect. So you get the kill. That's good. And then I don't want to accidentally kill it. Let's cast it on. You don't need the heal. Okay, so we draw a bunch of cards. Yeah. Um. Oh, you've got armor and you've got health. Do I want to kill stack or do I want to just do a bunch of damage? I think this one is what I. Well, that one's rooted and it's gonna die anyway, so I can kill just that one, or I could kill 2 of these are problematic. So I guess that's better. Oh, I have another root. That's right. Okay, I can root. Okay, those are all. This one's gonna get hit by sweeping and quick, so that one does nothing. Those gonna get frozen. All right, looks good. Oh, that was a misplay. I was gonna scale up this guy, but instead I got the cultivating stack, which is probably similar. The only thing I'm sad about this run is I didn't get big stacks of regen. Like 10 is kind of a lot, but not really. It's totally fine though. I think we're fine. It's just you can easily get 30 or 40 with some builds. It's just those were not the cards that were given to us. So yeah, sharpen, restore, usual suspects. Do I want to cast any of these, or is this all kind of dumb? Oh, I want a hidden passage because then I can cast Inferno, and you still get the stack. That's what I want to do. And then card draw, uh, restoration, cultivating stacks, or whatever. That should be enough. Right? Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, that is winning by a lot. So that's cool. I had like twice as much. My health was going to hold out. Well, a lot of this is spike damage, but only lost my front unit, and um, it's relatively close because this second unit takes 48 out of 136 damage. So that's not super duper safe. It was because once the front two die, the rest would fall fairly quickly. But let's see if we go all out and do everything in our power. Uh, how good does it get here? And if I play Hidden Passage, I lose the game, so let's not do that. See, that's looking a little bit better, but yeah, there's a little bit of a margin. I got lucky with relics here. I don't. I mean, I played it all right, but I don't know. I don't. I think I can't complain about the RNG this time around. I think it wasn't totally busted or anything, but I don't know. It was just really easy for me to find the pattern. Is all. I think it was clear that I had some really good frontline options, and it was also clear that once you have a really good front line and I was offered a hidden passage, I almost missed the hidden passage. That would have been that it. I probably would have lost without hidden passage. Honestly, I think that was like the linchpin. Everything else kind of worked together. I had trouble getting the shattered shell to really take off until like the very end when I got the quick upgrade. I don't know. Yeah, some of the upgrades took me a while to get, so it wasn't the best RNG, but it was good enough. Which is, um, yeah, my win rate at Top Covenant is only like 1 in 4, 1 in 3, something like that. So yeah, I just took my time. The RNG was good enough that I can't complain, but I think that was. I mean, I had to work for it somewhat. I think that was reasonably good luck, but I also played it reasonably well. So it was kind of just sort of. It wasn't an easy win. It wasn't a really hard win. It was just kind of an average kind of win that I feel kind of all right about. So I think that was yeah. Yeah, pretty good stuff there. Oh well, I'm looking at the timestamp. That took like almost 3 hours. It's just I don't know. Once I start talking and explaining my thought process and try harding and just I really want to get the win. Once I start doing all that stuff, it sometimes it takes like twice as long as it normally would. I mean, I can lose really fast, and that's no problem. But winning takes a little bit longer. At least it does for me. But yeah, there you have it. Sort of an over-examined run, but I mean, at least I won. If I took that long and then I threw it, it would feel pretty bad. But I don't know. That was a really clean final battle. It didn't even feel like Covenant 25 for some reason. It was, I don't know. I feel like the final enemies usually deal more damage than that, but maybe the quick sweeper unit just sort of nuked things too fast, but I don't know. Pretty smooth sailing. Yep.